Another feature of the system is being able to have access to settings. So when you come into this screen, you have the ability to modify your rankings. So, we don't tell you how exactly to rank your teams. So you can go onto various sources and get the rankings. We'll provide you with the initial ones, but from that point forward, it's your responsibility to update them as the season goes on or before the season starts. So you have the ability to drop this down and choose any of these specific rankings. So like defense versus quarterback, you can say, okay, well, the Bengals are the best team against the quarterback last year. These are all stats that I pulled down from a statistics program that gave me that information based on fantasy points surrendered to each of the positions. And we use that when doing weekly drafts. You can see what their position, how the position performs against the defense, quarterback, wide receiver, etc. Right now, you don't have the ability to change the rankings. So here, you can't change these yet, but that'll be something we're going to do in the future, where you can say, hey, box 1 will always be this, and then box 2, box 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 right now are weeks 15 and 16 strength of schedule, as well as week 17 strength of schedule, and you have the ability to set those yourself. So you could say who has the best and worst schedules over the playoffs, which will definitely be helpful. You also have the ability to add and remove favorite players here. So you can say, like, Justin Jefferson is one of my favorite players, so I'm going to put him in, and that way it'll remind you of that player in your draft screen. So yeah, so you also have the ability, when you go into the main draft screen, how do you want your ADPs to show by default? And you could create your own ADP and have that in this list and have that as set as your default. There's also show exposure across all tournaments. So even if it's like Superflex versus regular, you could say, oh, I want to see my total exposure across all. And that's it. And then to set your rankings, you can come in here and say, okay, well, my power rankings I'm going to set as follows. And you can just double click on them and set them how you want. And then once you're done and you have them all entered, you hit save rankings. Right now it won't let me do it because I moved everybody over. So yeah, so you can do that and set your own rankings and save them. So they'll be completely to your custom as you'd like.